And it's recording. Okay, great. It's recording. All right, everybody. We're about to start. If you want to put your camera on, then everyone can see your face, and that'd be really funny. But no pressure. Oh yeah, this is epic. All right, this is great. Welcome. Welcome to the SEEK logistics meeting. All right, let's get into it. I know this is finals week and this is a busy time, so let's just get straight into it and just go for it. This shouldn't be too long of a meeting. We'll have time for questions at the end. So if you have any questions that aren't like super urgent, wait till the end so we can get through all the material. Maybe your question will be answered later in the slideshow. Cool. All right. I love that all the faces are here. I'm gonna let's do this. I'll move it around on every slide depending on where the okay. SEEK, follow me, logistics meeting. Follow me is the quote for all of SEEK. That's why I put that there in case you didn't know. Hoping this is gonna move. There we go. Okay, great. Already. SEEK 25. Is this the first? I want to make sure this is the first slide. I'm sorry, guys. It's being really slow.
I can check the lines. Yes, it's the first.
Okay, great. So this is the SEEK 25 location. This is one of the more important things that we're learning today. It's at the Washington Hilton Hotel, not the, what is it? The Columbia Hilton Hotel. It's a different one. Hopefully, if you're traveling with us, you'll have no issue. If you are not traveling with us, then it's the Washington Hilton Hotel. That's where we're all going to meet. That's where we're all going to check in. Okay, cool. We will stay there. We will sleep there, and the conference will be there. So there's no shuttle. There's no walking. It's just like right there. Super easy. No need to worry about travel here and there. No need to worry about getting wet in the rain if that's the case. Mass will be there, talks, Mission Way, etc. Everything. That's the address, just in case you want that. But as long as you remember Washington Hilton Hotel, you're good. Okay, here's a little bit more details about this hotel. Lunch is provided at the conference during the day, so that comes with your event pass. Everyone gets free lunch. For breakfast, unfortunately, the hotel doesn't offer a free continental breakfast, so instead, there are a couple options. You can go to a restaurant by yourself with a group. There are multiple restaurants inside the hotel. There's like a little market where you can get snacks. We will also provide quick breakfast food, snacks. We'll get a poll on what people like and get some cereal bars, trail mix, whatever it is, like once we're in DC, so then everyone will have something, so they don't need to worry about breakfast. So if you don't want to go out, there's no worries there. For dinner, just like last year at SEEK, it's kind of a free-for-all, but there's lots of restaurant options in the area, and I will talk more about that later. It's not purely a free-for-all, not like everyone's going to go scatter to the wind. There will be a few organized things that people are doing, so if you don't know what to do, there's going to be an option for you. Okay. What happens at SEEK in general, though? We've got prayer. We've got a beautiful night of adoration, lots of other opportunities for prayer. There's mass every day. It's gorgeous. Inspiration, talks from amazing speakers that are traveling in to SEEK to share their love of the Lord with you and hopefully facilitate a transformative experience. You got fellowship, so many different people you're going to get to meet. It's going to be awesome. And then entertainment, there's going to be a concert. There's going to be other forms of entertainment. We'll get to that in the scheduling once we get there. All right, here we are. Schedule. So there's a SEEK25 app. You don't need to download it right now unless you want to. You'll have to download it at the conference, but like nothing is on it yet, so it's useless. But if you want to see the schedule, it is now on seek.focus.org. It lays out everything from the day you get there, what time check-in is, to the very last day, what the last event is. You get to see pretty much everything. The only thing that isn't there are the individual talks that you're able to choose to go to. And I'll get to that in a second about what that is. If you want a PDF version, I'm going to send it in the group chat after the presentation, so then you can easily look at the schedule, just quick glance, like what's going on, what time do I need to be at a certain place, blah, 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 etc. This right here is a picture of last year's Seek at the Mass, the incredible procession of the priests. Hopefully, we'll get to see something semi-similar to that in DC. It'll be awesome. All right, a little bit more about the schedule here. A typical day at Seek looks like this: Mass in the morning. There's a morning keynote where there's a speaker who gives an inspirational talk, and then there's breakout sessions where the men and women hear a different talk that's more tailored towards, men or women. Then there's lunch, the free lunch. We all gather together, or like small groups of us gather together in different areas, depending on what happens in that situation. There's going to be 2 impact sessions. The impact sessions are the talks that you get to choose. So there are multiple options for you to pick from on that schedule. Once the app comes out, you can be like, oh, shoot, this talk about the Eucharist seems interesting, or this talk about vocational discernment seems interesting, and you get to choose which one you want to go to. There's 2 of those per day, kind of a choose your own adventure. Then after that, there's a dinner break, usually about 2 hours or so, where people can go out and get dinner and have fun. There's lots of restaurants around. As I said, we'll get to that later. Then in the evening is the big keynotes. There's a really big speaker that's going to talk. There's a little concert leading up to it. There's usually like a fun game that the MCs do. It's great. And then afterwards, there's either entertainment or adoration, depending on the day. Really beautiful. That's what a basic day at Seek looks like. Of course, it varies every day, but the basic schedule. Here's a few other exciting things. This picture was on the slideshow last year, so maybe you want to explain that in a second. But Mission Way is awesome. Mission Way, it's a place where you can blow all your money if you feel like it. And basically what it is, it's this kind of, how do you describe, like a flea market style where there are all kinds of Catholic vendors selling books, jewelry, rosaries, whatever. There are all kinds of religious life there. There's like pretty much every order you can think of has a booth there. You can go and talk to them, hear about their experience. They'll probably give you like a little free thing or whatever. It's great. You get to have so many different interactions with different people in religious life. And then you've got other apostolates, which are little missionary organizations, kind of like Focus, but there's all kinds of them. Like Christ in the City will be there, Net Missions, Family Missions Company. There's all kinds of missionary organizations there. And talking to those people can be a really, really cool opportunity when you're at Seek. So if you're interested, don't shy away from just going up to people at those tables and just, hearing what they have to say. Or like if you have a question for somebody, about the faith, this is the perfect opportunity to go talk to a priest, go talk to somebody in religious life. There's lots of sisters there as well. It's really awesome. Yeah, Kike, what is this picture here?
Yeah, I guess just a little bit to add. It's really cool because like the 2 girls directly behind me, that's Julia and Lauren. We all went to college together, and the 2 of them are missionaries respectively, which is cool. They weren't missionaries at the time. Julia's over in Worcester, Massachusetts. Lauren's over in Florida. Anne, who's from the Dallas area, she's also now a missionary over in Louisiana. And then the guys in the back, they're friends from Kansas State that I met during a mission trip to Peru. So it's really cool just like you get to continuously see these people over and over again at big events such as this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Super cool. All right. The next thing, this is just kind of like random bonus schedule stuff. On the last day of Seek, this is a tentative option that I thought of today. Has anybody, by show of hands, been to the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception in DC? Okay, we've got a few people. It is an incredible, incredible church. It's like second only to St. Peter's in like, the Vatican. It's crazy. It is a huge, what is going on?
That's me.
It's an amazing, that's so funny. I didn't even know you could do that when it was presenting. But it's an amazing church. It has everything you could ever imagine. It's all about Our Lady. There's different little chapels and shrines to Our Lady, and pretty much every apparition you could ever think of, any Marian devotion that you have, it will be there. It's amazing. Really beautiful time. So hopefully we can do that on our last day of Seek, go and kind of take a look around the shrine before we have to get back on our train. And then there will be a Philly gathering. Thank you for putting the details there. On day 2 of Seek, 12:30 to 1:30, you'll be reminded when you're there. But essentially all the schools in the Philadelphia area, meaning Temple, UPenn, Westchester, will be all together. And yeah, it'll be a good time for getting to meet some of those Philly people and just gather together, take a cool picture. All right. All right, let's get some more logistics stuff in here. Paying for Seek. Essentially, all payments are due December 15th. The way you pay, if you are unsure, you got to go to your confirmation email. So if you need to take a picture of this email, go for it. Events@focus.org. If you need to pay, that's how you open up your portal. For your hotel, it's two separate things. So you've got the registration and then you've got the hotel, but they're both sent to you in your email. So the hotel payment is sent by Cvent, Cvent. That's where you pay for the hotel. You submit all that by December 15th, you're golden. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. If you're fundraising, on the other hand, follow up with those who have not responded. Like contact those people that you've been sending letters or emails to. All payments are due December 15th. I'm not 100% sure if your link closes down December 15th. I'm not sure about that, but if you have a family member that forgets and it's December 16th, it's not the end of the world. Just come talk to me, but try to get it in by December 15th. Okay. Seek Travel. Raise your hand if you have bought your train tickets or any other form of travel that you're going to be taking. Okay, cool. If you have not done that, I highly recommend you do that after this meeting immediately because the tickets have increased in price, unfortunately. You can also find a different ticket that's cheaper if you wish, but this is the one that majority of us will be taking. Thursday, January 2nd, departing Philly, 9 a.m. Gonna get there at 11, take the train, and then depart at 7:50. So that means since we're leaving at 7:50, we have pretty much the whole afternoon of that Sunday to go explore DC, which is why we're thinking of going to the Basilica. And then we'll return to Philly. We'll get back at about 9:45, and you all can rest up before classes start. All right, cool. Yeah, I recommend going to Amtrak.com to buy these tickets.
There's a student discount code. You just look that up.
Thank you for that student discount code. Okay, here's the packing list. I'll send this out as well. You'll get a full informational email with everything, so you don't need to remember. But by the way, this is copied directly from Focus. I just copied and pasted it. This is what it says. Casual and modest attire. Warm clothes, sweaters, coat, gloves, hat, etc. Appropriate Sunday mass attire. So, whatever you wear Sunday mass. Comfortable shoes. You're going to be walking a good bit. Water bottle, Bible, rosary, journal, and other prayer items, toiletries, and then money. Cool. This is the requirements for the train. So let me move this right here. You can bring a personal item and you can bring 2 carry-on items. I highly recommend you don't bring 2 carry-on items, even though you're allowed to. It's just kind of unnecessary. We're only going for 3 days, and it would be kind of annoying on the last day to have to lug around 2 suitcases. So try to pack light as much as possible. But yeah, since it's a train, you have plenty of space, so no need to worry about that. It's not like a plane where they're super stingy. All right, this is the weather. It's going to be between 28 and 41. It'll be definitely chilly, so highly recommend a nice coat, pair of gloves, and a hat. It probably won't be super rainy, but it's not known for being rainy, but it could rain. Who knows? So be prepared for that as well. I think we have pretty much gotten to the end. The last little announcement is that this year there will be Seek small groups. We'll have more details later, but the point of the Seek small groups is firstly, so that everybody who's going to Seek, whether it's your first time or not, you have a point person. So like if you have a question about something, you can ask your small group leader, and if they don't know, they can ask a missionary or Ben or somebody. But everyone has a point person in that case. The next thing is that everyone has an opportunity to go somewhere for dinner. So we'll be sending out more information about this later, but every small group will go somewhere different for dinner. Of course, that doesn't mean that every small group has to go somewhere different. They could combine and whatever they'd like, but everybody who is in a small group, which is everybody, has an opportunity to automatically just go wherever the small group is going for dinner. So you don't have to think about it. Yeah. Let me think about anything else. The last thing is that there is a restaurant list that Focus gives out of all the restaurants nearby. I was also scrolling on the map, ton of options at all price points around in walking distance. So I'll send that to the small group leaders and everybody soon. I think that's it. This is our phone numbers. If you don't have these, I recommend you put them in your phone, especially because at Seek, if you have a quick question or you can't get a hold of your small group leader, feel free to text us. I'll leave this up here for a while. But the next thing is just Q&A. So I'll go back to this. What questions do you guys have about anything that was just shared? Yes,
Are
Karen.
Congress consolidated to like Drexel people, or is it like anyone in the people?
Just Drexel. Just Drexel.
You like eat lunch, or will there be small group times within the schedule with your small group?
Not formally that we have discussed yet, but it could be that a certain lunch, maybe the small group gets together and like shares certain things about their experience, but yeah, we haven't gotten the details hammered out for that quite yet.
Are you forced to stay with your small group the whole time, or is that more
No.
just like a person to check in?
It's a person to check in with more. Like nobody's forced to do anything. So if you like, if you really don't want to go where your small group is going to dinner, that's fine. Like it's okay. But it's just a good like, you know, if you don't want to think about dinner or you don't have a group to go with, boom, you got that. And then if you want to go with a different group, whatever, that's fine. No worries. But if you're a small group leader, obviously you're the one leading that and you know who you are so far. Okay. Who else? Cameron? Sorry, Hannah. Cool.
If you want to figure out how much you owe or how much you still owe, you can see me afterwards for both housing and just the event pass.
Sweet. Victoria?
Well, I feel like there's one of the people who did it very early this year. Whatever I think it's $25, right? That counts, I assume, for.
That does.
So it's gonna be subtracted from whatever the rest is.
Yep.
Seek a marathon or a sprint?
Marathon or sprint.
It's a 4-day sprint, baby.
Just like I've gone to Seek a few times, and it's super exciting, and there's a ton of people, and like it's super easy to stay up super late the first night and then like be asleep for the rest of the time. You're in college, you can do whatever you want. You're probably going to. That's fun. But it is like it's tiring. It's like I'm more introverted, and sometimes you're around a lot of people, so it can be a lot. So just also pace yourself would be one of my recommendations. But have fun.
It's a good recommendation. And yeah, as soon as the app comes available with the talks and the different things that are going to happen, I'll let you all know so you can take a look and start thinking about what things you might want to go to. Nicholas?
Is it the same app as last year or a new one?
Same, sorry.
Is it the same app as last year or the?
I think it's a new one. It's called SEEK25. It's the same one.
They revamped it, yeah.
Sweet.
I started to see
No, I
SEEK24.
If you open it, it might be 625, or it just might not.
Maybe it'll update or something.
It's an update.
Sweet. We could.
Yes.
Yeah, done deal. I got you. We'll share the slideshow and I'll put those other random files that I talked about in the chat as well. So you have access to those. Yeah. I'm excited, guys. This is going to be so fun. Seek is just a great time.
Me too.
You'll really enjoy it. Okay. Any other last minute questions before we finish up? We made good time. Do you have any other things to say?
I recommend downloading the Lime app. It's a really cool app where you can rent scooters, and we're gonna scoot around at the mall and see Abe, and it's gonna be great.
That's gonna be so good.
No responsibility that or your wallet or we'll see what happens.
I've gone one to go. If you go down a hill, you can get to 25.
If someone pushes you, maybe.
But 15, yeah. All right, cool. If nobody has any other questions or anything, then okay, Amber. So that is a very good question. The small groups in the rooms aren't related now, but how about like 2 weeks?
That one's out of our control. So
Yeah.
hopefully within the
Is
next week or two.
Just Drexel.
Yeah, it's just Drexel people. You won't be with randos. So you'll like know who your roommates are. It'll be Drexel people. That'll be yeah. I'm still waiting on the housing confirmation specifically, but we have housing. That's just the way the system works. Like, we have it.
Everything's in the same hotel, so which is gonna be way.
Yeah. If y'all
Only to
remember,
get scooters.
yeah, yeah,
Correct.
And we bring the scooters inside the hotel.
We will find.
yes. I will deny that comment. Okay.
Right.
All right. Is that it? Any other last minute questions before we close out? Okay, great. Thank you guys so much for coming here and listening. And thank you for attending the sleep. It's gonna be so fun. All right, I want to just close. Let's say glory be to finish out, and then yeah, pray for your all studies and finals. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Lord, please be with all these people in here. Bless all of our experiences that we're going to have at Seek. Allow us to be transformed, to be ever closer to you and your sacred heart, and allow us to follow you as the motto is for Seek this year. Also, please be with all these students in their finals that are happening right now. Allow them to study hard and do well in everything that they have going on this week. In your name we pray, glory be to the Father, to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as well as the beginning, shall be, in the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, thank you guys.
Oh, one more thing. You registered in Seek Week on that special day. Come get your shirt.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna stop sharing. Hey, thank you all online for watching.
Please.
Bye, Billy. Bye, Cripper. Bye, Billy.
Just want to confirm that.
How do I stop the